Hello everyone, welcome along to the Races TV, and our special guest this week will be Omer Ay. We're going to talk about that remarkable win when Omer rode Barigan Boy to win at Morphettville a fortnight ago. But firstly, let's have a look at the diary for racing coming up, and it's a big weekend of racing. We are all over the place. On Saturday, obviously, we're racing at Morphettville on the park circuit, but Kangaroo Island have a meeting as well as they get ready for their big Cup Carnival in February. On Sunday, Australia Day, we're at Murray Bridge. I've got the Murray Bridge Racing Club tie on as well. On Monday, we go to Mount Gambier, the southeast of the state, and next Wednesday, we're racing at Strathalbyn. Well, a remarkable win by Barigan Boy at Morphettville 2 weeks ago. Omer Ay was the young man in the saddle. Omer, just take us through the race that day.
Yeah, it's one of those that I'll never probably forget. Terry, we came out of gates and my steer bladder just come off the saddle, and after that I basically lost my irons, and it was a journey without irons all the way around, and horse did a good job and we got up and won, pretty much.
Did you ever think about pulling the horse out of the race?
I actually never thought about pulling it out the race. All I was thinking, make sure I'm not, not putting anybody in a danger. And at that stage, horse was travelling quite nicely in front. I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not pulling out of the race. I think it's got a good chance. So I thought, give me a good crack, and that's what he did at the end.
I loved your courage in the home straight to actually then, when you realised you were still a winning chance, to feel for the whip.
That's exactly right. I thought if I ran for a second, I was going to be quite happy with it, but off the stride when I saw I was probably a couple of lengths in front, and I thought, well, I'm going to pull the whip and definitely having a crack at it, and horse did a great job and we got up and won.
Omer, can you tell us a bit about your background?
Yes, I'm originating from Turkey, Istanbul. I've got basically no background in racing back home. I was sort of had the passion when I was a little kid, and my father used to take me to the races. That's how I sort of got into racing, and my uncle took me Turkish apprentice school, and that's how I basically got into racing.
And how did you get to Australia?
How it happened was when I was 17, I just finished my apprenticeship in Turkey. I was just about to start riding races, and I saw a lady came from Australia. She was sort of looking just for the truck work riders. And there was a guy translating. At the stage, I couldn't speak word of an English at all. And there was a guy I knew before at the track. I said, can you please ask her if she can take me to Australia? But I don't want to be a track rider. If she can put me on the stage there, I can ride for one of the stables as the apprentice jockey. And he said, well, I'll ask her. And she said, look, it might not happen in the first year, but if you're willing to stay a bit longer, that could happen. I said, well, I'm only 17, I'm definitely coming.
All right, and what stables, you're with Ken Sweeney now, but what stables have you been with so far in your apprenticeship?
I've started off with David Hayes. I went to Angaston at the end of 2006. I was with David Hayes for quite a few years, then I went to Melbourne with David Hayes. After that I went to become apprentice to Lee and Shannon Hope in Seymour. And I did a couple of little apprenticeships for a little bit that it didn't work out for me. But mainly it was David Hayes, Lee and Shannon Hope, and Ken Sweeney back in Adelaide now.
Well, Omer, things have really turned around. 5 rides at Morphettville on Saturday, so you must be really excited about that as well.
I sure am, Terry. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully things will be even better from now on.
And congratulations, mate, on that outstanding performance with Barigan Boy 2 weeks ago.
Thanks very much. I also thank you for the great call. It was something I'll never forget. Appreciate it.
So it's a hectic weekend of racing coming up. Have a great Australia Day long weekend. We'll see you again next week for the Races TV. And again, thank you to Omer Ay for joining us today.
There's nothing like a day at the races.